Hello everyone, and welcome to day 127 of Project 365. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a little bit of local politics. Tomorrow is going to be the primary election for the governor seats here in California, and I'm sure in a few other states. And here in California, I have come to the decision that we are screwed either way. It doesn't matter who is elected, at some point or another we're screwed. Right now in California, the favorites, my personal favorite is Richard Aguirre. However, state-wise, Meg Whitman is pretty popular. I think Richard Aguirre is pretty popular. And those are the only candidates that are worth remembering. Aside from Prince Amon, he's like this prince who came in, and I really am not going to be a fan of a foreign person coming into California and running the government. However, he does have some really good policies. He just doesn't talk about the economy much in his platform. A lot of his talk goes towards civil rights and civil liberties. He's pro-gay marriage. He's, what else did he want to do? He wanted to lower the drinking age to 18. He wanted to provide, free abortions and a few other things, and that would get a bunch of Republican patties in a twist. And because of that fact, I kind of liked him. He wanted to legalize pot and tax it, which was ingenious, something I wish more of the governors would sort of endorse, because it's a great way to create revenue, especially here in California, where pot is essentially makes up like 2/3 of the black market. But anyway, I have a lot of issues with Meg Whitman. First of all, she's a huge fiscal conservative, which I mean is understandable because we need it. Here in California, we have 12% unemployment, which is ridiculous compared to states like Oklahoma, where they only have 6%. And it's really frustrating because her plan to help the economy was a Reaganomics-esque idea of trickle-down by giving huge tax breaks to the rich, and our economy has shown that that doesn't work, so why someone is willing to try that again is beyond me. One thing I did like was that she was planning on stopping the education cuts, but in the same time, she's also planning, she has like this huge anti-immigration thing where she doesn't even want to grant amnesty, which at this point in time is ridiculous. We have 2.2 million illegal immigrants here in California. Not granting them amnesty is stupid, because at least if you grant them amnesty and give them citizenship, you can come after them when they don't pay their taxes. So, see, that would be the smart thing to do, but unfortunately, our Republican conservative friends don't think about that. The one thing that really bugs me about Meg Whitman is her stance on gay marriage. She doesn't believe in gay marriage. She believes that marriage should be between a man and a woman, and she is she's pro-civil union, but the fact that she tries to equate marriage to civil unions is ridiculous, because for those of you who don't know, marriage grants heterosexual couples over 1,400 civil liberties that civil unions do not provide. 1,400! I don't know about you, but I never knew that 1,400 was equal to 0. Well, okay, like 2. And so that strikes a huge chord with me. That is a huge issue. I left a comment on her page, and I'm curious to see what her representatives will say, if they say anything at all. That aside, I'm going to go into a little more depth about my personal favorite, Richard Aguirre. Richard Aguirre actually has he's pro-gay marriage, which is nice. Secondly, he actually has a really good plan on generating revenue for the state. What he wants to do is have all major office buildings and all major buildings require solar panels on their roofing, and what he would what the plan is once that's done, is to sell off the excess energy to other states. And he has an estimate of $2.2 billion a month or something like that, which I don't know where he gets this number from, but it sounds nice. I don't have nearly enough knowledge to do the math myself to figure out what the real revenue would be, but assuming that his $2.2 billion is correct, that would be greatly appreciated. The other thing he was actually wanting to do was to create offshore desalination plants, which is brilliant. Because A, not only can you use them for desalination plants, we can also use them to as electricity generators using the oceanic currents. And basically, the desalination plants would do twofold. They would create jobs for individuals, and then they would also create more electricity. And that's a huge crisis, or, well, they could create more electricity. And then the third thing would be they would solve the water crisis here in California. Because for those of you who don't know, most of Southern California actually gets its water from Northern California through the aqueducts. And essentially we stole them. We stole the land to build them. And it's a long story. But basically one major earthquake of like a 6.0 or more would take those aqueducts out, and then Southern California would be left without water. However, with these desalination plants, we would take the seawater, obviously desalinate them, and then put them on the market. Which obviously works because the earth is 70% water and it would be recycled at some point anyway. And so yeah, that's kind of why I'm planning on, in November, assuming he gets the nomination, to go ahead and vote for him. But either way, we're sort of fucked. I'd hate to put it like that, but it's true. I think Lewis Black said it best when he said when he was talking about the 2004 election between John Kerry and George Bush. He said, you're basically choosing between two bowls of shit and you're trying to decide which one smells better. Well, that's the case right now. Because either way, there isn't going to be an absolute solution to our problems. However, I am leaning a lot more towards Richard Aguirre, because of the things I listed above. I need to look more into other people's policies, because, like, there's an ex-governor who's rerunning again, which is interesting, and I'm curious to see what he would do. But anyway, you know, that's enough for a politic hour, because it feels like I've been talking for this for a really long time now. So, question of today. If you can vote, who are you voting for in your state elections? Because I'm pretty sure all the elections run around the same time. Who are you voting for? Because I'm actually kind of curious to see what people plan on doing with their states. And if you leave names and stuff like that, I'll definitely look them up and see what they're doing for your state, just because I'm kind of curious to see what other states are doing. Alright, so, that's it for today, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.